Welcome to the Ukulele channel, where today we are learning to play My Chemical Romance, A Ghost of You on the ukulele. Earlier in the week I learned to play the 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge album and did a medley of it, and now it's time to teach you guys one of those songs. So, by the end of this lesson, this is what you'll be able to play. Something like that. So let's waste no more time and get into it. The song is split into 2 parts. You've got the opening fingerpicking and then the lead part. Now usually in the song those 2 bits are played on top of each other. So if you have a mate who plays the uke, it'll sound really cool if you play it together. However, if you're a solo player, our arrangement is just going to be playing both of them parts repeated like a little loop, and it sounds really sick. So the opening bit, the fingerpicking. You're starting with this chord. Now that is your middle 2 fingers on the bottom 2 strings of the 6th fret. And you're plucking that once. And then hitting the open C string 3 times, the string above it. Like this. Then you're hitting the chord again. Now the C string twice. So you get this. A bit slower. Alright, then after that you're changing chord. A very similar one. All you're doing is putting your first finger on the 5th fret instead of the 6th. So going from that to that. And you're playing that at the end of the C string after you've hit it twice. So like this. Alright, then you're hitting the C string 4 times. Then that chord again. Then the C string once. Alright, a little bit slower. Right, and that's the first bit. Now that finger picking pattern is the basic one you're going to use for the next chord too. So that is very similar. You've got your middle 2 fingers on the bottom 2 strings of the 6th fret, but you're adding your first finger to the 5th fret of the C string, and you're pretty much doing the same thing. Now it is a little bit tricky because you're having to use them 2 fingers for the chord. That's the change you're doing. While keeping that finger on the 4th. And the trick to get it down is just to practice it really slow. Practice that movement. Because you're lifting your fingers off and then down. Alright, so you only play that bit once. So combining what we've learned already, you've got this. Alright, and lastly, you'd play in this chord, which is your first finger on the 5th fret, 2nd on the 6th, 3rd on the 7th, and you're playing the finger picking pattern, but just half of it. So like this. Alright. And even at the end you can add a little embellishment, like just to signify that part's over, we're moving on to the lead bit. So combining all that bit together, you'd have this. So the lead bit, you're starting on the bottom string on the 8th fret and you're plucking that once, up to the 10th, down to the 6th, to the 8th, to the 5th, 6th, then 5th and 3rd. So. And then the next part is very similar. Instead, you're going up. 6, 6, 8. So combining them two, you'd get this. Alright, then moving up to probably the trickiest part of the song, and you've just got to practice this really slow. So you're starting on the 10th fret of the bottom string, then up to the 11th on the string above, then to the 10th, so like this. Then you'd go into the 11th on the bottom string, to the 11th and 10th again. And to make this easier for you, watch my fingers. I'm moving that one, that first finger, onto the 11th, then the 10th. Alright, then using your third finger on the 13th fret, 11, 10. And then to end that off, you just go on the 11th fret on the second string, and then the 13th. Slowly. And then the speed at which you want to aim to play it at. Alright, then to end it all off, you're going down to the 10th on the bottom string, then the 11th on the string above, 10, 11, 10. Then you're going to the 13th twice, 11th, 10th. And that's the end. So combining all the lead bit together, you'd have this. Sounds cool. And then playing them both together, the finger picking and the lead, would sound like this. And that's it. Really cool to play, very enjoyable, and I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'm going to try and start doing lessons for every album that I do in the week. On the weekend I'll upload a tutorial. So what I'd love you to do is jump down in the comments of the album video and let me know what tutorial you'd like to hear, because I want to film it a couple of days after the album goes up. So yeah, I hope you digged it, and I'll see you real soon for another ukulele video.